So I told people about my YouTube channel, and that's interesting because YouTube. The reason why I'm making this video is because right after I started telling people on my YouTube channel, so in my actual like real world, like not just family members, but also, and I guess like my academic life and my work life, I told people about the channel, and not 24 hours later, YouTube started showing me videos of people saying, "Do not tell people about your channel." And I was like, what? I'm like, oh no, what have I made some kind of huge mistake? And it's interesting because I already wasn't too enthused about the idea originally about telling people about it, mostly kind of stuff like own personal insecurities. And what's happening here? I don't know what's happening. Oh, mostly because of personal insecurities, and like I was thinking that somehow having my YouTube channel would affect my career. Like maybe I wouldn't be as respected because, sometimes I just kind of make off the wall stuff, or it's just kind of a little bit quirky, or just not the most professional way of being. However, this year has been a bit of a point of growth for me where I have rethought what it means to be professional. Not to say that I'm not going to still be kind, empathetic, respectful to other human beings and all that good stuff, but my way of approaching it, it's not going to be as robotic as it has been. It's going to be more authentic, or at least it has been the last few months. I've been feeling more like myself when I am conducting business or when I'm working with clients. And at first it was a little bit nerve wracking because, the worry is that if you don't exercise like this specific way of being a professional, as however we were taught to be professional, then you kind of worry that you would lose opportunities, lose money, things of like that nature. And also just like conflicts that like I just didn't want to deal with, or I would come up with scenarios where like people would be upset with me if I didn't do things a certain way, which just really just in hindsight just put more strain on me. But anyways, all that to say, like I've been more comfortable being more sharing more of myself, and just being cool with like whoever is cool with that. Being okay with if there hasn't happened yet, but if there was to happen or I lost opportunities because someone found out about my YouTube channel, and like it's really like chess and counseling content, so I'm not entirely sure what I was worried about. But if they did have something to say about it, or like they just didn't want to work with me, that's probably for the best. So at least in my view, even after seeing the YouTube videos that YouTube has sent me, saying don't show your YouTube to your family, and friends and coworkers and such, I'm still on the side of seeing this as a good idea. And also at the same time, the it's my time on the clock. I shouldn't be doing that. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just kind of create some kind of little fortress here. I'm not sure what the move is, so let's just get the rook in the game a little bit more. All that to say, well, I'm sorry, let me jump back. When I started sharing it with people, there was a person in particular at the university where I don't even know why I shared it with her about the YouTube channel. And that same night, I stayed up to like 2 a.m. editing, like scripting, recording, and editing a video. I stayed up to like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that video, after the night I just told her, who was like somebody in the counseling department, I actually made a video that got 15,000 views in a short. And now for me, 15,000 views in a short is a new record breaker. I think before that was like 10,000 views, and that was like last Christmas I had made a video that did that. So part of like sharing it with others kind of also motivated me to try a little bit harder, or like do something a little bit different, like just put more effort into the thing. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't even realize that it was like 2 a.m. I just kind of like looked around like, oh wait, I gotta go to work in the morning. And then like it didn't really matter that video, if it did well or didn't do well. If you're curious, it's the how to calculate like Hikaru video. I basically in like I don't know if it was, I think it was like 25-30 seconds when I looked back at it. And it's funny to spend like hours editing a 25-second video. That I spent all this time kind of scripting and editing and all that, and I really didn't really feel like I was spending any time at all. Really, I just had a lot of fun doing it. So in a lot of ways, like just sharing it with kind of was motivating. Got a chance to show more about myself. Yes, it was a little nervous about doing it, but now I'm more comfortable with it. And it also led to this video as well, where it's like, this is not clearly not a scripted video. I just had the idea of like talking about kind of like an opposing reaction to don't share your YouTube channel. And I'm saying, yes, share your YouTube channel. But it also matters like who's around you in your life, and like making sure you have supportive individuals around you, and understanding your own bandwidth of what you can tolerate, right? So if you have a lot of haters in your life and they don't want, well, it's not to say it matters that they want you to have a YouTube channel or not, but if they're just going to give you a lot of negative energy and you're not in a place to receive that, and just more problems than it's worth, then I understand. I do have one of my youngest brother. He comes off as a hater, like especially like in my TikToks. He'll come off and like call me a yapper and like say like no one wants to see what I'm saying. It's interesting with him though, because like he's a hater, but he also knows that by commenting and engaging with my content, it helps the content. He knows that better than anyone would. So he's also one of the most helpful people with ideas. A very funny guy. And he also like he'll tell you straight like if something's interesting or not. He won't like tell you straight up don't do something, but he'll mess with you. That's just kind of his personality. I should be paying attention. I don't even think there is no plan here. Yeah, I don't know how YouTubers, especially like chess YouTubers, like play chess and talk about things at the same time. I am not one of those people. I just need to make moves. I'm gonna lose on time. That was probably a terrible move. I just moved a pawn in front of my king. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't really play chess for real." Ah, spilling stuff. All right, so I only got a minute and a half. Oh, there is increment. That does help. I'm gonna try to go for this bishop. What is he after? I don't know. I think he wants his queen to come out here somewhere, but I'm just gonna trade a bunch of stuff. This is probably not gonna look great for me, but I'm trading to simplify since I'm down on time. There's too much going on for me to calculate. I'm pretty sure I'm worse, and somehow I'm worse. I mean, this is a good bishop. My bishop's bad. I'm on this semi-open file, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. Although this bishop's not terrible. I kind of like it. So I do have the bishop pair. That's something. I don't know if I can do anything with this diagonal here. I can probably keep attacking the queen. Mainly not to win the queen, but to get my bishops and better diagonals. Again, not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. I did kind of block this rook, but I think I'd still rather have my bishop here. Maybe I bring the bishop back somewhere so I can get out of the way of the rook. Optimize the pieces a bit. Not sure what he was trying to do there. I'm low on time though, so I'm not going to dally around too much. I think he has to go here. I got a minute left. Okay. I think that's the end of my spiel with that. I just kind of wanted to share my perspective and maybe hear some of yours about sharing any kind of creative content, really, and maybe some experiences that you may have had with that sharing. Like, did it go well? Did it go exactly how you thought it would, or different than that? Kind of curious about it. So far, so good for me. I'm not too at this point. Again, with like this kind of development for me about what is professionalism, and since I'm not as concerned about it anymore. That's been a huge step for me. If I hadn't done that, or if I hadn't gone through that, then that it may have been more of a concern. I may have had some more anxiety about it, but as of right now, it's okay. Oh gosh, it's not even really anything. Just making moves. So I have such a feeling that something obvious is here, but I don't know what it is. 29 seconds. Gosh. I don't know how weird it is if I'm just like silent, but I only have 30 seconds left. Maybe this is like another muscle you gotta practice. You gotta train to be able to talk to chat, even though there's no chat. I feel like my idea is pretty obvious. I don't like his queen being there. I'm kind of nervous about this. That is a big problem, isn't it? His king is also in a weird place. I don't know why he didn't go to h1. I know if he moves his knight, he's probably worried about that. But it might be worth it since he's hitting my bishop. If he did that, sure. I think that was, my idea was clear, but I'm not sure how well that stops it. I don't think I mean, I have a mating threat, but I think it can be handled. Yeah. Is there anything I can do to make this better? I mean, oh my god, I just gotta make a move. Man, 14 seconds. This is definitely not my best game. His king is oddly well placed. He's going to check me, but how bad is that really? Alright, I'm up on time. For probably the first time in the game, I'm up on time. He could probably sack the... Oh, I think he probably should have taken here. I'm going to have to go here. I don't want the draw. Okay. Alright, that's one way to win. Not my proudest moment. But I'll take it. And it was a casual game, so it wasn't actually rated either, so there's that. Alright. Yeah. I guess I'll see you around. Bye.